Good afternoon, everybody. Time for a wolfofbricks.com update. Once again, I am Jim, and this is where we talk about LEGO investing and reselling. So I would humbly like to thank everybody that has subscribed to this channel over the last few weeks. You know, back at the beginning of the month, I said to myself, 2,000 subscribers would be nice, but I really don't think I'm going to get there. As of this recording, we are 10 subscribers away. So I'm sure once this recording is released to the public YouTube channel, that we will already be there. So I want to humbly thank you. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the year, this channel will have around 5,000. We'll find out in about 11 more months. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into the topics. So last year when this LEGO Ideas Fender Stratocaster came out, I immediately loved it. And here's the thing, right? There's not a lot of people that are talking about it. And when I say people, I'm talking about resellers, of course. So as always, I try to be the contrarian. Whenever everybody's jumping over to this one set, I'm kind of looking over here to see, what's going on and what are people not talking about that I could potentially capitalize on. So this is definitely a set that I'm going to keep my eyes open to over the next year, however long it's going to be released. Now, when you do go to brickset.com and you pull up the Stratocaster, you can see right here, now of course this retails for $99.99, and it does have a release date of October 1st of last year. But the interesting thing, right, is that there is not a retirement date listed, which is interesting because, of course, this is a LEGO Ideas set, right? And historically, unless your name is the Saturn V rocket, you really don't have that long of a run. Now, here's the deal. This is kind of an evergreen set, right? This isn't a Harry Potter set. This isn't a Mandalorian set. So this could be the next VW T1 camper. I certainly hope it's not, but there's a chance that it could be. And since we're talking about sets that are potentially retiring or potentially not retiring in the future, I would like to direct everybody's attention, if you don't know already, to wolfofbricks.com. You could see right here on the retirement list tab, we have all the retired sets that have been announced on brickset.com from last year all the way up to 2026. And these are lists that will be updated quarterly. So in the next month or two, I will be going ahead and I will be updating all the retirement lists. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. Now, getting back to the Stratocaster, right? I said to myself before this video, I wonder what the rank is. Well, check this out. When we go ahead and we check the rank of this LEGO set, you can see that this has a rank of 157 in toy building sets. That is awesome, right? So is this a low-key set that has the potential to do really well post-retirement? I actually think it does. And since we are talking about rankings, I thought it would be a good opportunity to just quickly glance at the top-selling LEGO sets on Amazon, right? It's been a while since I've went over this with everybody, so I'm just going to do it real quick. Don't mean to go ahead and get off topic, but it's been a while, and so I just wanted to do this real quick. You could see, to my surprise, the Pet Shop is #1. I remember when this set first retired, everybody thought it was a dud. And I did too, and I got rid of it long before it was at $374. You have the T1 camper, you have the White House. Do you remember the video I did on the new White House? And back, I think before it was released, this set right here was at $270. Well, it's gone all the way down to $169, which is still good if you bought it for $40, which you should have. And when we look at number 8, you could see that finally the Death Star is actually doing something. I think this set retailed for $400, but if you knew what you were doing and you were able to play the game with Barnes & Noble, you could have picked these up for $270 easy. There was a gentleman who no longer sells Legos, but he did it every week. He would pick up one of these bad boys every week. Just going to mention the Seattle Space Needle. I cannot believe the price on this. This retailed, I think, for $20. I was picking them up for $15, and I was selling them somewhere around $45, and I thought I accomplished something. I didn't accomplish anything. I mean, this is such an awesome price that it's going for. And I'm happy for anybody out there that's selling it. Then you have some Star Wars sets. You might have a Batman. You have a module, the Firehouse. You have the Superstar Destroyer. And that's, well, you know, the interesting thing is you do have a Slave 1 from 2010. You have a Lego set that is around 12 years old that is ranked 36 on the best-selling Lego sets. That's crazy. And then you have one of my favorite sets, Olivia's House, right there. You have Falling Water. So it's interesting. This is something that you should do on occasion just to see, you know, what's going on. And you could, you know, try and use the information on this list to help you make an informed decision when it comes to buying and possibly selling. So again, I apologize. I wasn't trying to get off topic, although I feel that I definitely did. But the interesting thing is when you go to Camel, right, and you look up the Fender Stratocaster, I mean, there's nothing selling third party. The price on here is not budging. It is $99.99, and that's what happens a lot with a lot of the newer sets, like the White House. When the second White House came out, it was $99 for the longest time. I think it still is, but I think during Q4 you saw it dip down a little bit. So, you know, is that something that's going to happen to the Stratocaster? I think so, but now just isn't the time for that to happen. And I would honestly be a little bit remiss not to talk about the LEGO Ideas Grand Piano, right? Because here's the deal. This is an awesome set. The Stratocaster is an awesome set. I mean, I would not be surprised if LEGO in the next 12 to 18 months had some other type of musical set. I mean, I could see LEGO positioning itself as having some really good musical sets over the next 2 to 3 to 4 years. And that would be great. I think LEGO should produce more musical sets. I think it would be great for everybody. And when you go to Camel, you can see right here, the interesting thing was, it looks like that the grand piano sold out, so there was a spike in price. It'll be interesting to see when this set retires and how well it will do. There are some people, folks, that I know that are getting this set at a incredible discount, and you know, that's something that I would like to do someday, and that would just increase the return on investment when it comes time to sell it. And the next set on Amazon that I want to share with everybody is the LEGO Creator Space Shuttle Adventure. Now, some of you may be saying, Jim, why are you showing me a space shuttle when we're talking about the Stratocaster guitar set? Well, there's a reason for it. I've talked about Evergreen Lego sets in the past. Not a lot, because there's not a ton out there. Like the Lone Ranger sets, that definitely is not an Evergreen set. I mean, honestly, the Harry Potter and Star Wars, I mean, they are relevant, but I wouldn't call them Evergreen, right? But I see the Stratocaster, the grand piano, do quite similar to the LEGO Creator Space Shuttle. And when you go to Camel, you could see, I mean, there is definitely an upward trend. There is some stagnation. So right here from 2015 to, you know, about 2017, I mean, not a lot happened. Same thing right here. Then you had the COVID bump, and you could actually see a price dip, and that's, of course, because of the new Space Shuttle Discovery that has been released, and that's fine. I mean, that's something that's bound to happen. But when it comes to the grand piano and the Stratocasters, I would not be surprised if I saw a chart similar to this over the course of time after these sets have retired. And then when you go to the Excel, I did put a target price on the Stratocaster. I have the recommended retail price, of course, as $99.99. I do believe the second Q4 after it retires, it'll be at $249.99. And of course, that's my opinion. I don't give financial advice here. And that gives a return on investment on Amazon at 150%. I apologize to the eBay folks for not having a target price. You know, eBay is very volatile, and it is the Wild West, although, of course, I constantly talk about the new rule that's being implemented. So I wouldn't be surprised if the return on investment for eBay was somewhere around 130 at least. I mean, it should go up a lot. It might even be 1-to-1 once this thing retires. And of course, we'll see in the future. Now, I put my buy price is at 75. So if I were to purchase this set at $75 and I stuck with that target of $249.99, that would give me a return on investment of 233%. That does rival my best performing sets of 2021, which I recently made a video about. So that's it with the Stratocaster. A lot of good news going on with it. I'm happy to see it. I was doing jumping jacks when I saw that this was a set that was going to be released. I'm going to do even more jumping jacks once there is a date on when this set is going to retire. And of course, I'll be doing backflips once I sell all of those sets. That's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.